Here Woods Cup of Soul Show. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Hello.
Morning, afternoon.
Henry, I'll start with you. Did you read the book at any time in your childhood, or how did you discover the story?
So I got sent over an audition to do by the casting director, I guess, a few years ago now, and I think maybe my sister or one of her friends had the book at the time, and I thought, oh, give me an advantage to read the book, get to know the character a bit. So yeah, I read the story then, really enjoyed it, connected with it, which hopefully people will watching the film. But yeah, it was, I guess, through the audition process for me. I read the story for the first time.
Fantastic. Gil, for you, this is a different approach to the holidays. It normally, it's a very Christian idea behind Christmas. This is more of a goodwill piece, meaning that it's probably more welcoming to people that aren't necessarily religious. Was that one of the things that attracted you to the project?
Well, I had an interesting relationship to Christmas, actually. I was born in London, even though obviously my accent is American. I moved around a lot as a kid. And when we left England, I was about 3 years old, and we moved to Israel. And my parents brought the idea of Christmas along with us. So I thought I was the only kid in the entire Middle East who got visited by Santa Claus on Christmas. Then we moved to Los Angeles, and I thought that this was something special that was kind of following me around the world. So my relationship to the holiday has as much to do with the concept of home and my own identity as anything to do with religion. What I love about Christmas is that it is an opportunity for a family to turn inward and focus on itself, on the relationship, on the comfort and warmth that we all feel, especially in this cold, dark time of the year. And that's one of the things that really spoke to me in Matt Haig's book that this film was adapted from. He found a way to, through the power of classic storytelling, remind us what is really important about this holiday.
Henry, we are right now in a very, we're starting to reconnect with our loved ones, and it's been a difficult year, and we're still in some places it's very difficult, and a lot of people dealt with loss. You're portraying a young man that has lost a lot, his mother, and he's being separated from his father. Talk a little bit from your perspective as a younger person, what you would like children to get out of it, because loss is hard to explain to kids. And how do you hope this film will help them kind of deal with that?
I think that is really one of the main messages that me personally, wanna give with the film, because as you said, Nicholas goes through some really hard times. Obviously, people have, with COVID and such, gone through times of losing loved ones like Nicholas does, and I think it's the way that he always gets himself back up off his feet, as if there's always light at the end of the tunnel. I think that's the message that I'm really trying to give out with that side of the story. And I think it's what the Truth Pixie says. I don't know it word for word. Gil might have a better memory, but it's when I am back in Elfhelm after what happens with my father, and the Truth Pixie basically says that the truth is that it's happened and it's always gonna hurt, but you're the best memory of the loved one that's been lost, and that as much they've always loved you and stuff, even if they're gone. But yeah, you can always get yourself back up off their feet, and I'm sure that they'd rather see you succeeding than sticking and just grieving for the loss forever, I guess. But yeah, it's a hard one.
What about you? What would you like, especially kids that are dealing with loss, for them to get out of that? What would you, someone a little bit older, what you want the younger kids to get out of this?
Well, look, I think that A Boy Called Christmas is actually connected to the great tradition of children's storytelling, which used the opportunity of a big story to help children cope with some of the most complicated emotions that they have in their lives. This goes right back to the Brothers Grimm, right? The classic roots of storytelling are about helping children to process difficult emotional passages in their life, like grieving or loss, using the fantasy of an adventure or a pure story like A Boy Called Christmas to learn to work through the difficult moments. And look, it's impossible to suggest that a film can help somebody get over a loss. That'll never happen. But a film can show you that characters who you care about are also confronting difficulties in their life, like loss, like grief, and to see them confront those emotions or take them on and process them and grow through them, that's very cathartic. And it does for adults what I hope it does for kids, which is it gives us a path to develop and grow as people.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time. Love the film. Have a great
Thank you
holiday.
so much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Same to you.